Nerds of Color. And first off, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Absolutely love you and your work. So it's a really
thank you. That's so nice. Thank you.
Huge congrats on the new season. I've been dying for it to return and I got to watch it. Amazing, as expected.
Thank you. So glad you liked it.
Of course. But the first thing when I hear another season being announced, a season 2 or beyond, the first thing I get excited about is that we're getting more of these characters that we loved from the first season. I have to imagine it's something similar for you. So I wanted to ask, what was important for you to explore when it came to Cassie this season?
I was nervous about doing a second season because I was so pleased. I was so happy with how the first season went. I was like, let's just like move on and tie that in a bow and go our separate ways. So it took a little bit to wrap my brain around it, but I was excited. And, we kind of, as you've seen the episodes, we did it bigger and better.
Yes.
100-fold. Yeah. The scope is larger. Obviously I'm playing multiple Cassies this season. We have a lot of characters back that people loved. We have new characters that joined the show. So I think I'm hoping that everyone loves it as much as I love the first one. It's definitely a risk. But I'm hoping it was worth it. I think it was.
It was. I promise you it was.
Thank you.
And, you are just a master when it comes to comedy. Like I said, I'm a fan of your work and it's just awesome to see every new project you get to do. But, between The Big Bang Theory and now Flight Attendant, you are a master at comedy. But Flight Attendant is a darker comedy rather than, what we had with Big Bang Theory. So I'm curious, what is it like getting to explore all these new parts of the same genre rather than, keeping it fresh rather than doing the same thing?
Yeah. The tone of season 1, when I found this book, however many years ago, the book was very dark. There was no levity. It was not funny at all. Very dark, very painful. And I liked it, but I wanted to make sure we added a little of that comedic levity. Obviously it's something I love to do. It's what I do best. And so we kind of, I don't want to say we invented it, but we did find a very unique tone, that was a challenge. We were kind of tight. We were tight walking tight on a tightrope on kind of all these different levels of emotion and comedy. And this season, it's even more so. It gets so dark and emotional that I was constantly advocating to be like, okay, we got to throw in a funny moment or a silly facial expression or good music, or because, I want to remind ourselves we are still comedic. But it goes like this season, big time.
Yeah, definitely. And the show, like you mentioned earlier, has a bunch of new cast members, familiar faces joining us this season. Is there a dynamic that you are most excited? Sorry, my dog, that you are most excited?
My dog's right here too. I'm like, he's just walking through the back there.
They have their own lives. Is there a new dynamic that you're most excited for fans to see and why?
Well, I don't know if you noticed him in the first episode, but we might as well introduce our dogs.
This is Rosie.
Meet Dumpy. Now, this is important. This is
the moment.
This is the moment that we all wanted. You see, that's your new girlfriend. Look, say hi. Oh my God, that's hysterical. That's really all truly. I don't even remember the question. Can you say ask that again?
It's never been introduced, just so you know. You're like the first to have that.
I feel very honored. Wait, I do remember the question. I'm excited. Okay, so obviously Annie and Cassie were very close season 1. This season, it's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Not only are Annie and Cassie best of friends, but Kaley and Zasha are also the best of friends. And our relationship just off camera really showed on camera. And we got to do so much more together. And we played a lot and there was a lot of improv. And it was just a very special time. It's like being able to go to work with your best friend was unbelievable.
Before I let you go, you're also an executive producer for the series. Can you talk to me about why that role was important for you to have for this show?
Yeah, yes, this has been my baby from the beginning and my hand is in all of these different things. And what's interesting though, is season 1, I wouldn't say over involved, but involved in everything. And I did learn this season, I could take a little bit more of a step back. I had a lot more required of me as an actor. So I let the other producers kind of take the lead in that area, knowing that I did what I needed to do. We got the boat out of the harbor. Now just kind of let it sail. And I'm glad I did that because sometimes you have to have some sort of boundary. I can't do everything. That's why I have a team of people helping me. And I finally kind of took a deep breath and let them take the lead.
Thank you so much, Kaley. You win for favorite interview, by the way.
Bye, Rosie.
Thank you so so much.
That was
And
so
you're
cute.
Thank you. Bye.
The activists, directors, comments and the lectures, fanboys, professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The Hard Knock